we are going to move Earth to a place that Galactus will never find us.
Wait a minute!
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else!
That was literally all I could think of while I was watching this movie. Hey madams, welcome back. Today I'll be breaking down why I think Furious 4 Fast Steps really wasn't as good as everyone said it was. Honestly, I wasn't even planning on making this video. I was perfectly fine with labeling this movie as trash and carrying on with my happy life, pretending the world isn't a complete dumpster fire right now. Up until I saw one of the OGs praising this movie. I generally enjoy and respect Phil Mento's opinion. Even the one on Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Yes, I was one of the 10 people who actually enjoyed that movie. But for the life of me, I could not fathom he and everybody else liked this movie. So kick back, relax, subscribe if you want to be a madam, as I give you some sound arguments as to why I think this movie was hot garbage. And yes, you're allowed to relax. Just take a deep breath. Come, I'll do it with you. You're not doing it. Marvel was at it again with their 47th attempt at rebooting the franchise. The cinematic equivalent of that one friend who doesn't want to accept they're getting old, and they just try to relive the glory days every weekend. Like, bros, it's time to let go. But it definitely wasn't as bad as the garbage they've been pooping out their bam bam the last few years. Which still isn't something good to be saying about a Marvel movie. Yes, I know it's been like 5 years, but leave me alone. I remember the chills, the excitement, the goosebumps from a clip like this.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Now it's just, oh, they released a movie. Nice. I'll just wait for it to be streaming. This one centers around an already established Fantastic Four. Everybody loves them, and Reed and Sue have a baby on the way. Then the Silver Surfer shows up announcing the Earth is on Galactus' lunch menu, and everyone was just like, the fuck? The team heads to negotiate. Galactus sees the baby, senses cosmic power, and goes, give me the child and I won't eat the planet. Now, I know Reed and Sue has powers, but like, a baby with cosmic DNA? Are we sure this is Reed's baby? It more seems to be whatever blasted them also double blasted Sue. If you know what I mean. Well, of course they say no. Chaos ensues and we get my favorite moment in all of cinema.
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else!
That plan fails. They fight him and the day is saved.
Sounds good on paper, right? Wrong! Yeah, well, it's never so simple. The timepiece was absolutely amazing. I genuinely felt like I was in a 1960s New York City with retro future tech. And like, it didn't even feel clunky or out of place. Maybe except the record disc. Loki, take me to Earth 828. It just seems more fun there. Heck, that watercolor world from Multiverse of Madness seems more fun than here as well. I liked how nice Ben was as a person. Like, not just a decent person. He was completely wholesome, which was a breath of fresh air. And he still knew how to joke around but be stern when he needed to. We saw he was still struggling with his form, but it didn't super focus on it, which I think I would have preferred seeing that a little bit more, to be honest. Solid guy on the outside, but a complete softie on the inside. How ironic. That long shot of Johnny flying to the Silver Surfer when she just arrived. Oh my god, the goosebumps. Give me more, please. Galactus is a chill guy. I have nothing more to add. And last but not least, Herbie. He felt like if Wally was dropped on his head as a baby, but still lovable regardless. Every scene he was in just made me feel like maybe AI wouldn't one day take over humanity and enslave us. How can a movie feel super fast-paced, yet insanely slow at the same time? That is amazing to me. Cause they skip past a lot of important information in a montage style, then suddenly they're just doing nothing. I was trying my best not to fall asleep. I had to watch this movie twice, because the first time I kept zoning out. And it took me a lot of mental focus to stay paying attention to this movie. And I love my slower paced, character driven films. But this This felt like a chore. They ignored all the actual parts of character development and just gave us garbage like this.
From above. Push from above. No, you got it.
Pull the slack!
Like, why? Look at that scene in Avengers Age of Ultron. After their party where they're all chilling trying to lift Thor's hammer. We care about them already, we know they can't do it, but it's just fun seeing them be people for a change. But most importantly, it was fun. I actually decided to watch this movie because of Joseph Quinn. I really liked him in Stranger Things. Like literally, he was the only reason. I really don't care for the other actors. But for some strange reason, he just felt way off in this movie, and I can't put my finger on it. He was a great choice for the immature ladies man, but he just seemed toned down and lifeless. And I just kept seeing like he was trying to play his own iteration of Tony Stark. Like,
I take back every single bad thing I've been saying about you. To myself.
am I going crazy? And most importantly, he's supposed to be immature and a womanizer. Yet we get one throwaway line and that's it? Give me more. Reed is a dummy. You're telling me he didn't think about how people would react when he announced what Galactus wanted, but yet he knows how to entertain children when they're bored?
Who wants to see a big explosion?
Come on! They had at least 2 weeks to figure out what to say. He could have just said something else or nothing at all. Not like they can go ask Galactus themselves. This is the same nonsense as Multiverse of Madness Reed.
Wanda, Black Bolt could destroy you with one whisper from his mouth.
What mouth? Oopsie!
You can't be okay with one and not the other. All that tension and hatred could have been avoided, and the plot would have progressed the same way. Oh, and that relocation plan? Tell me that was not Patrick-style logic.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Oh, God. Absolute cinema. I can understand Reed viewing things from the people's perspective as to why they'd want the exchange to happen with Franklin. Cause he's a genius and he'd visit all possibilities, right? But what I can't understand is Sue. She could not fathom the idea that Reed wouldn't even think about something like that about their boy.
Sometimes you being you hurts me.
Which is completely understandable and respectable. She's a mother. When just a bit later, she's ready and willing to give up Franklin as bait. Like, they never resolved this argument. Sue never acknowledged that, okay, maybe given the circumstances, he could be right about things like this. It's a sensitive topic, you know? But no, we get nothing. In a character-driven movie, no sane thinking mother would ever even visit an idea like that. Remember, this is a calculated risk they're making. Too much of a risk for any mother to give. To be honest. Then that big speech she gave outside with her baby, like, doggy, are you okay in the head? People already want you to give the baby away to save themselves. They're not gonna listen to some sub-story, because guess what? Everybody has a sub-story. Even if they did listen, not all of them are going to agree on everything. Like, life literally does not work like that. They would have grabbed Franklin in a heartbeat, which yes, would have resulted in retaliation, but people probably would have died, and you're no longer seen as the heroes anymore. You're more like Soups from The Boys.
You say the back or I'll laser you, damn it! I'll laser every one of you!
You make one mistake and people label you for life. Silver Surfer is a woman. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The whole Silver Surfer actually being a relatable villain just felt so forced. It just seems like they're trying so hard to recreate great villains like Thanos and Loki that it just wasn't doing it for me. I was so over it. According to Reed, in order to move like how they did to get to Galactus, you have to be moving past the speed of light. Yet somehow the Silver Surfer was able to chase after them while at light speed. Then literally nothing in existence should ever be able to touch her. And if you don't believe me, look at how she destroyed the towers all over the world in one instant. What can actually move fast like that? A speedster is the most broken ability. Galactus was also a dummy because he somehow only saw them as
Clever little bugs.
but didn't step on them.
Step on us.
If I see a cockroach or even an ant, I am not hesitating. I'll be screaming, but not hesitating. So it just felt so one-sided and just plain boring to watch. They all just had something to do while Galactus was playing hide and seek with the baby. And we learned nothing about Galactus's abilities or even the scale of his strength. All we know is that he's just big guy who can stretch a stretchy man and toss a rock into space and well, eat a planet. And somehow have a being who can move at light speed under his wing by force. Remember how they won again? Oh yeah. What hit the nail on the head for me was that we had no sense of urgency. No sense of how long was passing or how long was left. So it really took away from that feeling of dread and suspense compared to
Thanos is coming. He's coming.
that was a real chills moment. The team picked up at the 58-minute mark of the movie that Galactus just passed Jupiter, yet he still took about 30 minutes movie time to get there. They had all the time in the world to build their doohickey, grow a rock bed, and relocate millions of people underground, especially when the Silver Surfer was able to come back twice before Galactus could even reach once. So by the finale, I was so disconnected from this movie. When Sue gave up her life to stop Galactus and save Franklin, I felt nothing. I wasn't connected to her, Franklin, or any of them. So it really just felt like a lame attempt at pulling at your heartstrings. Especially when this MacGuffin baby with unknown power just stares at her and brings her back to life. He really isn't Reed. I've never read the comic, so I can't confirm if he is, but from the sounds of it, he has potential to be
Evil!
It wasn't a terrible movie, just long and boring. If you want to go to sleep, watch this movie. If you want to be entertained, go watch From instead. If you enjoyed this video, check out another one of mine right here. And let me know in the comments, do you agree with my takes or nah? And as always, thank you all so much for watching and I'll catch you next week. Peace!